Hello and welcome to this edition of Kpsn. We are officially in the season of spring as winter's cold grasp begins to relax. With excitement for the prospect of warmer weather and new challenges, our athletes are busting outside after school with great anticipation. The sounds of practice drills, batting practice, hurdles being set, and our spring captains leading their troops is bringing the King Philip campus back to life. Veteran players are setting the example, new faces are emerging, and the hopes for success are germinating. Spring sports bring a special energy through the return of sunshine, passion for the things we have missed, and the exhilaration of competition. This season marks the last run for our senior athletes, one last season to represent the green and gold. Intensity and mental toughness form a bond that can take on many challenges that will be confronted while playing in the field. Athletes that embrace the competitive spirit with all that they have are standing strong in the liveliness of spring and are focused on the prospect of that Hawk title. When we are tested in athletic competition, it can bring out the very best in us. In any sport, when the opposition pushes us to our limits, it forces us to become the best version of ourselves. Iron sharpens iron. With the conclusion of tryouts on Wednesday, the girls lacrosse program is headed into a season full of success. Both new and returning players exhibited their great talent at tryouts and worked well as a team leading into their first scrimmage against Norwood yesterday. The girls have high hopes and expectations for the season after the varsity group won the championship of their small-sided winter league, outcompeting strong teams that they will see later in the season like Franklin, Natick, and Fian. In regards to goals, the girls are looking to improve on their overall record from last season and capitalize on those mistakes that caused them to lose some close games. The senior captains Nikki McDonald, Alyssa Legier, Sarah Brown, and Lily McNulty are hoping to lead the team back to playoffs this year and use their experience to bring a title to KP to close out their King Philip careers.
We're just looking to capitalize on our mistakes that we made last season and go far this season.
I feel like we're going to be really good. We have a really strong team. We all get along really well, and I feel like it's going to be a really good season.
I think tryouts went pretty well. Everybody worked really hard, and there's a lot of talent this year on all levels, so we're looking forward to the season to come. And we had a really good scrimmage yesterday, and I think that showcases what how we're going to play moving forward.
We just won our scrimmage against Norwood. It went really well, and things are already looking good for us. They only scored 2 goals, and then we lost count of ours. I can't really count that high. Woo! But team's looking great, guys. Chemistry's there.
The team will be back in action on Monday in a scrimmage against Wellesley on the road as they work towards their home opener on March 28th against Brookline.
The boys lacrosse team prepares for their first game of the season with a mixture of anticipation and enthusiasm. As the dust settles from their grueling tryouts, the squad is pushing through intense training sessions to hone in their talents and foster unity on the field. With recently chosen players following the lead of their more experienced teammates, under careful supervision of their committed coaches, they toil through drills, plan plays, and perfect their abilities to play as a team. They are prepared and united with their sights fixed on victory. The team is now focused on the Shamrocks of Bishop Fian, and they will travel to Attleboro on the 30th of March for their season opener. The boys had a key win over the Shamrocks last season on their senior night, an intense matchup where the Shamrocks staged an unreal comeback before the Warriors shut down in the final minutes. The King Philip boys lacrosse team is prepared to get this season rolling, with the hopes to make a deep run.
First day tryouts is good, obviously focus more on conditioning rather than like normal drills we do in practice, but it's good to get back in the swing of things.
Good tryouts, team's looking good, ready to get into the season.
For at least 10 years, we haven't made it past round 1 of the playoffs. And this year, we're looking good. We have a new offensive coordinator, so I think he's going to lead us to get that first playoff win we haven't had.
Strong game against Fian last year. We have to come back and do the same thing again. New players, new squad. Can't wait to work and let's get it going.
The girls tennis team has some unfinished business to attend to this season, and that would be winning that Hawk title. Last year, tough losses to a Franklin team cost them that honor. And this season, they feel they have something to prove. Playing for seasoned coach Bob Goldberg has them feeling ready and motivated to give it all they have. Senior captains Ryan O'Sullivan and Shea Mellon plan to use their coach's wisdom to help lead them to a number of big accomplishments this season.
Coach Goldberg is obviously on his 53rd season. He brings a lot of experience to the team. He always has a little anecdote to tell us if anyone's feeling down. He's really seen everything and he can tell you about everything. something he told me and Shay yesterday as captains for the upcoming season was it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jennies and Joes, and it's really goes to show it's not all about winning. It's kind of about like who you're playing with and how like those relationships like affect your game and the team.
Yeah, tennis is definitely a very traditional sport, so it kind of stays pretty stable throughout the years, and he kind of helps just with the stability. He always comes in every year ready to play. He always is super excited to meet all the new girls. He really loves the sport, and it really shows in how he coaches. It's a lot of competition. What cost us the Hawk title last year was our Franklin matches. But I think our personal goal as a team, a really strong competitor every single year, Sharon. So if we could pull out a win against Sharon, that would be the first in many years.
Yeah, and I think Franklin is our second match of the season this year. So that will definitely be tricky. Bishop Fian is also a really good competitor. I think we played him pretty early on in the season this year too. So definitely looking to get some wins on those matches.
After a good week of tryouts, our boys tennis team is working hard in preparation for their first match against Stoughton on April 1st. The team is anxious to face their competitors and show them they have what it takes for the top spot in the Hawk. Captain Arjun Kalu looks to help the squad reach their greatest potential as one of the team's most experienced players.
I'm preparing my team, we're getting our fitness up because our team's pretty unconditioned right now. We're doing lots of running, we're practicing heavy for the next couple of weeks before the first game. Team's looking pretty solid. We lost 2 of our best seniors, so our team is a little rough right now, but we'll get back and hopefully have a winning record this year.
Monday was day 1 of a hard 3-day trial where our baseball hopefuls began to fight for our spots. The boys look as hungry as ever and are eager to start off their season strong as they will travel to Hopkinton for a competitive scrimmage on Sunday morning. Senior captains Max Robeson and Tommy McLeish will use their experience and leadership to push the team forward to get off to a hot start. The teams will have 2 more scrimmages against Natick and Medfield before the Hockomock season opener on Monday, April 1st, when the Warriors will play a competitive Stoughton team at home. The team has high expectations to continue their dominance and wish to continue being known as one of the top baseball programs in the state, led by Coach Jeff Plimpton.
How do you feel that team chemistry is going to elevate your game going into the start of the season?
It's going to be tough team chemistry because we were losing a lot of key seniors that were holding the team together last year. But honestly, I think the new captains, Tommy and Max, are going to be able to hold this team together really well.
Losing Brendan Sensei, our best hitter, that's tough. He's tearing it up at Bentley right now. I think guys like Max Rosen, Johnny Prater, Leo Dowling will really step up and make up for that loss.
I just love the intensity. I love to go out there and compete every day, so that's definitely, that's exciting for me. Got a couple scrimmages next week coming up, and then after that, season kicks off, so we'll be off after that one.
A lot of practice out in the outdoor, cold weather, get the arm strong, putting in the work.
What are some of the challenges you guys are going to be facing going from Division 2 to Division 1?
There's a lot of good teams in Division 1. The regular season's still going to be the same, so that's really our focus right now. And when playoffs roll around, we'll focus on that. But for now, we're focused on our set schedule.
We're going to have to step up into a tougher division and hopefully make it as far as we did before. And for personal goals, for myself, I was reserved for All-Star and Sun Chronicle last year, and this year I hope to make a Hawk All-Star and a Sun Chronicle All-Star.
Team's looking pretty sharp, ready to go.
Junior Aiden Astorino.
Hey, what up, man?
Hey now, Hurl! Single, Drew Hurland.
The King Philip softball team kicked off their trials this week, showcasing an impressive array of talent. Standout players such as Ava Kelly, Taylor Regan, Sydney Birch, and Jordan Heavy Hitter Bennett are already turning heads with their exceptional skills and dedication. With such a star-studded lineup, the team has its sights set on nothing less than a championship. aiming to dominate the competition and bring home the state title. As the season unfolds, anticipation builds for what promises to be a thrilling journey for the King Philip softball squad.
I'd say my softball IQ is definitely higher this year. I've been working on conditioning and making sure that everyone's all set for what's ready to come. And also we've been working on our defense and hitting a lot. But we have really good slappers, which starts off the lineup very well, and then cleanup hitters are very strong. Maddie Paschke, definitely, and Eva Kelly, Liv Petrillo, they're big hitters.
The King Philip boys track team will be training hard for their opening meet. Luca Giardini will look to lead the boys again this year, and the team hopes for strong contributions from James Hickey, who was sidelined most of last year with injuries. Marcus Florindi hopes to build on an extremely successful freshman season. The team plans to be well prepared for their first meet of the season, at home on April 2nd.
Elliot, what are your goals for the track season?
Well, personally, I'd like to break 5 in the mile. My PR is 5:02, and if I could go under 5, that would be great for me and for the team. As far as team goals, I'd like to see our 4x800 relay advance to divs. I'd like to see our 4x4 in the top half of Hawks, and I would like to see our team win some meets.
Pranav, what are your goals for the season?
Personally, in the 400, I want to go under 53, and as a team in the 4x4, I want to go under 335 to hopefully make a good run in the divisional meet.
What are your goals for the season?
First year on the track squad, not really sure what to expect. Got a JB beside me, and we're just gonna work together every single day to be the best that we can be.
Both our first time doing this,
we're ready.
We're rookies and we're just trying to get better day by day.
With the endurance, the final stretches of every race are tough, but that final kick is what makes or breaks everything. The mental aspect has improved a lot, because that final kick, you don't always want to go through, but improve might help you win that race. So. Mamba mentality all the way.
No team is more ready for this season than the girls' track and field squad. The team has been training extremely hard this offseason, in and out of the weight room. Erin Berthune, a rising star, is ready to make some new PRs in javelin, and Captain Heidi Lawrence is looking to absolutely crush her sprint time from last year. She has been able to lead her team by example and wants to keep that strong momentum going into this year's spring season.
The boys volleyball team hosted their tryouts this week and is looking forward to their first game against DR Regional next Thursday to jumpstart their season. Practices are ramping up, and the team's solid core looks to utilize their experience to train the newcomers on the squad. The sport revolves around synchronization and coordination of a team, where every player contributes to the success of each play. The fast-paced nature of volleyball requires continuous communication among teammates, shouting up positions, announcing free balls, calling for sets, and indicating service areas are all crucial in the game. Effective communication ensures everyone is on the same page, reducing confusion and the missteps on the court. In volleyball, every mistake is a learning opportunity for the entire team. A good team encourages each other and continually strives to improve, fostering that all-important growth mindset.
I'm here with Jacob Davignon, KB Volleyball. How do you think you've improved since last season?
So I think I improved a lot, actually. I've been playing a club where we traveled across the country, playing in different tournaments, different venues. I'm feeling pretty confident coming into the season.
So you got a lot to bring to this team. How do you think it looks during tryouts?
The boys are looking in form. A lot of them actually took it seriously in the off season. A lot of the boys are looking a lot bigger, hitting the weight room. So hopefully a deep playoff run will be in session this year.
How did you guys do last season?
Last year we broke even with a 7-7 record in the Tri-Valley League. So hopefully this year, with a lot of we only lost one senior, so we pretty much have all the guys back. So we're hoping for a pretty good record this year.
With the final season officially underway for the 2023-2024 school year, King Philip athletes, coaches, and teams are destined to thrive again and top off the accomplishments garnished from the fall and winter seasons. As this season is our last for our senior athletes, it is important that they carry their pride through thick and thin while trying to maximize their success. That pride will, after all, become their legacy for our underclassmen to cultivate in the future. In true competition, the only way to be victorious is to give 100%. Leave nothing to chance. In the final analysis, the wins and losses matter less than knowing you gave everything you could. Underclassmen, enjoy it and work hard for yourselves and your teammates. With that, we want to remind all athletes that hard work pays off in the end, And when you work hard, you are only making yourself and your teammates better. For those with opening games and scrimmages this weekend and next, we all hope our teams are successful and have a great start in achieving their goals this season. We'll see you next week with all the updates. Enjoy the start of this final season. For the class of 2024, this is Kpsn.